Alright, so in order for us to test this method right here, so create charge. Alright, so the problem that we have with this class is this static method right here. So there is no way for us to mock this static method. Now you have two options. One, you could use an external framework that allows you to mock static methods, or you could do something that we are about to do. So just give me a second. So there is a framework called PowerMock, and PowerMock allows you to mock static methods right here. So you could see mocking static methods, and they give you a bunch of examples. So you could use this, and there is nothing wrong with it, but usually people would avoid using as many frameworks as possible, right? Because we can achieve almost the same thing without having to manage another dependency. So what we're going to do is the following. So let's go ahead and create a new class right here under the Stripe package right here. So simply create a new class and simply name it as Stripe and then API, and this will be a class. Now let's go ahead and simply press enter, and now what I'm going to do is this. So I'm going to take this method right here, so create. So I'm going to take this line right here, and let's go ahead and simply say public, and then just give me a second here. So let's simply say void and then hello for now. So right here, so let's paste that in just like that. And right here, what we're going to do is simply mimic this. So this will be actually called create, and then the params, I'm going to pass those. So let this be null for now, just like that, and then null as well, just like that. Now let me simply extract this to the parameter, right? And this will be request and then map. And then this will be the actual options. So options, just like that. And let me put this full screen. And right here, so this will return a charge. So charge right there. And there we go. So now simply say return. And there we go. So you see that we still have an error here, and this is because this throws an exception. So what we're going to do is, instead of surrounding with try and catch, we're simply going to say that this will throw an exception. So we're going to let the client that wants to use this service deal with the actual exception. There we go. So now what we're going to do is simply say add, and then this will be a service, right? And this class is as simple as this, right? So now we've encapsulated this static call, so charge.create, into a class which we can now mock. So let me go ahead now and let me remove this breakpoint. So let me go back to the actual Stripe service, and now here what we're going to do is simply inject the Stripe API. So private final Stripe API, there we go, Stripe API, and then add to constructor, refactor. We're going to fix the test in a second. There we go, at auto wired, and it's going to be as simple as now replacing this, right? So so replacing the charge.create with StripeAPI.create. And to be honest, this is all, right? So what we've done was actually shifted the actual logic inside of this Stripe API. And this is as dumb as simply calling the actual method. So right here, you can see that the method, or actually what it returns, is the same as our implementation. So public charge and then create. So create has the same name, and then this is the actual map that we pass and the options, and then we let the client deal with the actual exception, which means that now we can mock this class, and therefore there is no need for us to install extra dependencies. So next, let's go ahead and test this class.